Hey, Louise. So here we are with Practically Still a Virgin by Monica Hall. And boy, these chapters
Oh,
played out like we thought they were going to play out, but really depressing.
oh,
And I
and
was just picturing, I grew up in a small, bleak, I hate to say that, but winter is bleak to me. It reminds me of these kinds of times in my hometown, not a lot to do. So when it's like that,
yeah,
teenagers drink and get into trouble. I mean, there's not a lot of options. So it really kind of took me to some places, especially about what happened to her. I didn't have
uh-huh,
the same result, but those things happened to me.
same,
We'll just
same.
call it what it was, which was date rape.
Date rape, not even date. Jesus, I
Not
mean,
even a
this
date.
guy.
He was
So,
19, she was 15.
and he was a predator.
Mm-hmm.
He picked her up, and this guy we talked about last week takes her on this motorcycle to his place. She's just sitting there, like, why am I here?
His brother's place, and it was
Yeah, gross.
disgusting. They were on an unmade pull-out couch, and
And she's literally just sitting there, and he just undressed her within minutes and had sex with her. And then
hmm
told her, "You're not a virgin because she didn't bleed or something." It's like, what? That was her.
what you find out later was due to another issue, like a tilted
Yeah.
uterus, I think she said.
Yes.
So it had nothing to do
And
with,
painful because of that,
but
too.
right, really
Super
painful.
painful. And the thing that hit me about Monica is just how she shut down. He drops her off at her friend's house and she cleans their kitchen. So her
I
friend's asleep on the
know.
couch with all her brothers and it's a yucky place. And she goes in and cleans the kitchen so that she can kill time to get back into her
And
way.
to make them feel,
Yes.
to be a pleaser.
Be a pleaser and still liked and kind of just blocked it.
Yeah.
And boy, so she goes through the whole,
Then, lo and behold,
yep,
then she tried to get him have a palate cleanser and, fooled around, not had sex, but fooled around
right.
with another guy and realized, oh, he was just wanting to have sex and didn't like her after she didn't. And, just so typical of teenage
Yeah.
years.
And
Uh,
disgusted by him. And then she misses some periods.
hmm And ends up with a couple of pregnancy tests. The first one said
Yes.
yes, the second one said no. And then she went home and had then missed another period and told her mom. And so turns out she was pregnant. So her parents kind of gave her a choice. Well, either you can be sent away to Washington or whatever, another place in Alaska,
Yeah.
or you can go take classes at this other place with all these other young women. So
Yeah.
that's what she opted for. And that's
And she
pretty
kind of
much
thought her life would be normal because she didn't feel pregnant. She's a young
right.
person. And that's why it's called practically still a virgin. She didn't even equate that to, like, this is not, I mean, this dude just did this to her like that.
hmm
And
Yeah.
that, I mean, that's her. I just felt for her. Like it just racked me. I think this is a pivotal point in the book, but her writing in there, you can feel the personal part of that.
Yes. And
Of
then
her.
being around other young
Yes.
pregnant people going through this. And so,
I mean,
okay, well,
she really,
now we're going to be digging in
yeah,
deep to this book.
the adoptee having a baby. I mean,
Right.
so much stuff.
Yes.
Monica, nah.
Yep. Well, next week we're going to get into it even more. So,
Yeah, so we'll probably read about 4 chapters ahead.
yeah,
So,
we'll look and see, and we'll just read along, and you'll see where we end up. We can figure it out now, or we'll do a
I'll,
few chapters. Yeah.
yeah, do about 4 or 5 chapters if you're following. I have a feeling when people are reading, they're just blowing through it because
Yeah, I
you
think so
blow through
too. I
it.
think so too.
That's okay. But we have
Uh,
a good interview next with Dawn.
yep. Great guest, Don. So I'll see you in a minute for that.
See you in a minute.